I got a comment about Kid Cudi retiring from music, and I usually don't talk about mainstream rappers, but Kid Cudi is a legend. So there's word that Kid Cudi is retiring from hip-hop. In fact, he actually announced in an interview that he's gonna put music on the back burner and focus on movies. Speculation says that he's tired of the haters, and this is a man who struggles with depression. Kid Cudi got booed off stage at Rolling Loud. Our generation is super disrespectful for that. Now, why would he get booed? It's because he has beef with Kanye West over his friendship with Pete Davidson. Now, when Kid Cudi replaced Kanye, the Kanye fans were mad, and I feel like Kid Cudi could have avoided getting booed if he said on stage, "Me and Kanye are brothers and will work together again someday." That probably would have calmed down the Kanye stans. Now, keep in mind that Kid Cudi has written a lot of music for Kanye West. The whole aesthetic of 808 and Heartbreaks was inspired by Kid Cudi, and Cudi had written a few songs on that project: Paranoid, RoboCop, and Heartless. The two of them would fight sometimes, and Cudi ended up leaving Kanye's label in 2013. They later reunited in 2015 and made a whole album together in 2018. Now, in my opinion, I think Kid Cudi is a better songwriter, an incredible freestyler, and he's really good at coming up with melodies. Kanye is a better instrumentalist, Overnight Celebrity, Go, Diamonds, Slow Jam. That era of Kanye West production is untouchable. Now, Kanye and Kid Cudi, they remind me of Kobe and Shaq. They didn't get along too well, but they needed each other to be successful. One was known for their personality, being outgoing, outspoken, and the other was known for their talent. Kobe had to prove to the world that he could succeed without Shaq, and I feel like Cudi tried to do the same thing when he left Kanye's label because he doesn't want to be seen as a sidekick to a giant. Just like how Kobe and Shaq reconciled their differences, Cudi and Kanye should do the same thing. Now, forget about hip-hop. Some of Kid Cudi's work has been impactful for music in general. I'd say Man on the Moon is up there with Pink Floyd. The Beatles might be one of the greatest records of all time. Cudi might not have sold the most records, but in my opinion, he is easily the top 5 greatest rappers. While we're on the topic of mainstream rappers, Pusha T has teamed up with Arby's and made a diss song towards the McDonald's McRib. McDonald's has been really quiet since this dropped. I think they should hire Travis Scott to make a diss song back. Now, Pusha T was one of the original writers for the McDonald's jingle. They gave him a one-time payment instead of residuals, and even though they still use the jingle, Pusha T isn't getting paid. Why not just team up with another fast food place? It's kind of like when the Can You Hear Me Now guy, he was a spokesman for Verizon and then he switched over to T-Mobile. Pusha T is essentially doing the same thing. Now, Pusha is saying that the McRib is disgusting, the Arby's rib sandwich is better, and the McRib is pretty nasty. McDonald's in general isn't that good compared to Five Guys or In-N-Out. That's the place you go to because everywhere else is closed. This Pusha T collaboration involves merch with the Arby's logo, and I don't have anything against Arby's, but I don't think I'd wear a shirt with their logo on it. That's one of those places that you eat at, but you don't tell anybody that you eat there. I heard somebody say, "Who keeps Arby's open?" A lot of people love it. It's like a guilty pleasure. So this is smart marketing for Arby's. They got a guy like Pusha T to make it less embarrassing to admit that you like eating there. By the way, I do like Arby's, but I would never admit that. Final thing, Nicki Minaj released a music video. There was a lot of bodation. It was exciting. Lickle Miss remix, not a good song, but the visuals will definitely get the blood flowing. It got age restricted by YouTube for that very reason. Nicki Minaj was pissed and she called YouTube a bogus platform. And hey Nicki, welcome to the club. I have tons of videos that get age restricted. YouTube gives me anxiety. Every time I upload, I think the video will get deleted or age restricted. And let me show you what happens when you do get age restricted. I had this video that was slowly going viral. It started to get thousands of views per day, and it peaked at 9,000 in one day. But once it got age restricted, it only got 40 views a day. See, when your video gets age restricted, YouTube takes it out of the algorithm and they demonetize it. I like Nicki, but she be saying some stupid stuff on Twitter. She's not as popular as she used to be, and I think that gets to her head. She's blaming everybody else but herself. Maybe this new generation isn't feeling her. She should just appreciate the huge fan base that she still has. Every superstar peaks. Michael Jackson is a good example of that. The complaining she did actually worked because YouTube lifted the age restriction. Anyway, this fucking video is getting out of hand. I'm out.